Yes, so shine. Welcome back, guys, to my channel. My name is Chick, and on today's episode I will be sharing my week 3 experiences during my IT year in Songhai, Delta State. Let's move on to today's video. Back to my channel, guys, and on this channel I share my experiences of being an agriculturist, a farmer, and a student, and I also teach you guys fun and cool ways of how you can practice agriculture. Let's move on to today's video. So in today's video I'll be talking about my week 3 experiences during my IT year in Songhai and the units that we visited. So this is week 3, my 3rd week in Songhai, and we visited the fisheries unit, the grass cutter unit, and the piggery unit. So let me start from the piggery unit. So Songhai had a very functional piggery unit before we came, but when we were in Songhai, the piggery unit was not functional, and this was because of they had an attack. You could say they had their own pandemic in 2020. So they had African swine fever. So African swine fever is a deadly disease that affects pigs, and it spreads very, very, very wild. It's like just like coccidiosis or Newcastle disease in chickens. So that's the way African swine fever is. So African swine fever in 2020 in Nigeria started in Lagos, and it's recorded that the whole of Nigeria lost about 1 million pigs. A lot of farmers died. There's this very big cooperative farm in Lagos. Are they okay? Like the farm is owned by Lagos state government, but individuals come there to just take space. It's just mainly for pig farming. Like a lot of farmers died in that farm. You could see a farmer that had about 800 pigs and he lost about 600 of them. That was really, really massive loss. So we did not really get to work with pigs, but we just got to see the pen, which is the pen that you will see now. The pen. They built it to standard and everything. So now going to the grass cutter unit. Alright, guys, so the grass cutter unit was almost the same thing. They did not have stock in the grass cutter unit. Like, if you see the way they built Songhai was built to structure. The grass cutter unit alone had about 5 up to standard pens, massive pens that could take maybe up to 200 grass cutters. So grass cutter is a very lucrative business in the Niger Delta and their environs. They eat grass cutter meat a lot. Grass cutter is almost like a rabbit, but just like it's bigger than rabbit. And we just met few grass cutter, then just like 2 grass cutter, and the coordinator explained to us why they did not have grass cutter, federal government allocation, blah 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 blah. There's no money coming in to fund the place and all of that, so we did not have any experience in the grass cutter units. So now coming to the fisheries unit. So their fisheries unit, apart from the oil palm unit, the fisheries unit is one of the very functional units in Songhai. So the fisheries unit functions to full capacity, but just that there's a thing here. They deal basically on breeding. So they only breed and sell. They don't train to table size. So they are into fries, fingerlings, post fingerlings, juveniles, and post juveniles. So that's basically what they do. They do not rear to table size, and even at that, according to what the coordinators told us, it is still very, very lucrative, and most of the times they cannot even meet market demand. Like, wow. So they have about 42 ponds that measures 33 feet by 17 feet. So like the place is really big. It's almost like not up to an hectare, but say an acre. Is on an acre of land, and massive water supply. Like, you can see all the pictures of the ponds, and like, yeah, it was really nice, built to standard and everything. So the process for which they used to reproduce is called spawning. So this is the thing. In fishes undergo through what we call oviparous reproduction, which means that they lay eggs externally. They're just like chickens, just like birds. So they lay their eggs externally. But the thing is that they lay their eggs externally, and fertilization also takes place externally. So that's what differentiates them from birds. So the thing is, the female will come, the female will lay her eggs, the male will come, the male will now, inject the sperm into the eggs externally, not internally. For humans, it's internally, the whole process of sex and everything. But in fishes, it's external. So inside the water, that's where they do it. But since we're dealing with catfish and we're going through the whole process of artificial fertilization, so you see, they'll bring the male fish, which is called the breeding stock. They bring the male fish, they bring the female fish, and they'll have to kill the male fish to bring out what they call the milts. That's the sperm. They have to kill the male fish. Like, scientists have not actually found a way that they will not kill the male fish. So sorry, male fish, the male fish will have to die. That's why they used to say men, they suffer for this life, sha. Okay, so they kill the male fish and they bring out the milk, which is the sperm. But for the female fish, they don't have to kill her. You just press. There's a part of her that's close to the anus. You just press it, and the the ova, which is the egg, will come outside. Then you mix it together. Then after some days, then you now transfer to the water, and the water has to be in recirculatory movement. Always have to be changing the water, because you have to like provide a natural environment, almost like a natural environment for the egg to be able to hatch. So that's like all about spawning. The spawning is actually a very beautiful process. Although they did not show us, that's another downside. We did not actually have the opportunity to see the whole process of spawning firsthand, but that was the explanation that we're giving. And for you to be able to spawn a fish, for the fish to be ripe for spawning, it has to be up to 1 to 3 year old. So it's not just any fish that you spawn. And if you see the fish that they use to spawn, oh my god, very big and mighty fishes, like very, very big fishes. And they also showed us albino fishes. So these are fishes that are pure, let's say white. Yeah, they are white. They are pure white. They taste the same thing as normal albino catfish. So yes, all they do there is catfish, mostly catfish, no tilapias, just majorly catfish. I know since they're in Delta states now, they have the market for it, but just that they don't do table size. So we also have albino fishes, and they have concrete tanks and ponds, 18 ponds. Then our major work that we're doing there was majorly maintenance. So we wash ponds, we cleared. I think in my last video I told you guys that there's no units that you go to that you will not clear. That's one thing about agri. There's no units that you must always clear. You must always clear grass. So we maintained the ponds, we washed the ponds, we disinfected the ponds. You disinfect the ponds against microorganisms, and they also taught us about how to fertilize ponds. Well, those are deep things about fish farming and all of that. So subsequently we'll talk more about fish farming and how you can go about it and how you can go into it. So that was basically our experiences in the fishery unit. It was fun. One thing I don't like was just the smell. The smell nauseated me. It was almost as if I wanted to vomit every time I was there. So I just had to like wear my nose masks. So if you're like someone like me that I get like that, I always want to vomit, maybe you could just basically wear your nose mask when you're going there, because guys, sometimes the smell can be really strong, especially when they've not changed the water. And yeah, the coordinators there are fun and cool, and you have fun there. You definitely have fun there, and it was fun for me. As usual, I took pictures and it was really nice. So that is all for my week 3 experiences in Songhai, and I hope you like this video. Please, if you do, just give us a thumbs up, which is like this video. Please subscribe, and if you think it will benefit others, please share as well. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.